Good morning, Soulpreneur Life family and friends. I hope that you're doing well. Hope that you've had some time to sit outside, enjoy the weather. It's the day after a rainy day here, so it's nice, it's cool. So I know that we've been talking about clairs this week and all of the gifts and all of the things, and I want to remind you that your intuition is one of your strongest gifts. So practice trusting yourself, practice giving yourself credit when you do trust yourself, and then the outcome is revealed to you. Whatever the outcome is, if you trusted yourself, give yourself credit for that. Okay? Give yourself thanks for that. Say, I am so glad that I listened to myself. Thank you, whatever your name is. For me, I'll often be like, good job, Kendra. Way to listen to yourself. Because there was a period in time where I turned off my intuition. Like, I was in such a horrible environment. I was in such a horrible place and depressed and just surviving. And my intuition was always on point. And I just could not handle it anymore. And because of that, I can still remember very vividly in my mind and in my body what it felt like the day that I turned it off, and how I just was like so exhausted, so done, so depleted. And I was just like, I'm not doing this anymore. And I made the choice to just stop and just to start ignoring it and to start gaslighting myself in a way. And how that impacted my dreams and how that impacted how I felt things, because our intuition talks to us through our body too, right? But when we decide to start healing and we decide to start tuning into both our nervous system, our mental health, our spirituality, what it is that we're going through, and our environment, right? All of these things, because all of those things are a part of our spiritual awakening. All of those things are a part of our healing. It's not just one part, it's not just one component. So when I really started to get back into, okay, I need to start healing me, right? Nervous system, mental health, spirituality, just all of the things. I started giving myself credit. I started being sarcastic along the way, right? Diving into gratitude with sarcasm, because I felt like it was just, I was at the bottom for me. And so to get back out, I used sarcasm and gratitude. And then it became a real thing. And then it became excitement and momentum and something real and something new and something revived. And then before I knew it, I was finding myself picking up books that I would need later on, that I was interested in, and then suddenly I wasn't. And then I realized I needed them later on, right? But it was a part of me preparing. It was planting seeds, just like, doing the work for what would come later. And I'm sure that that's happened to you too. How many times have you bought a book, been super interested in it, bought a book, and then suddenly you're not interested in it, but then a few months later, even years later, you pick it up and you're like, oh my gosh, this is exactly what I needed. It's similar, bless you, Daisy. It's similar for when we're healing and certain information is revealed to us, and we start giving ourselves credit for surviving certain things, for holding patience or compassion for certain things. And with your gifts, with your intuition, with your clairs, it's a journey of both. Oh, Daisy, where'd you go? She's right here. She does this reverse sneeze. But it's this journey of, hold on one second. But it's this journey of really allowing yourself this opportunity of going through the process and really evaluating as you're moving, right? Learn something and apply it, learn something and apply it, practice it, and then kind of fix it. And then don't get stuck in collecting information and not applying it. Sometimes there are people who are hoarders of information, hoarders of knowledge and wisdom, and they just hold it in this bucket. and they don't let it flow through them and continue to expand and continue to evolve with them. But the beautiful thing is when we learn something and we put it into play and we practice that thing that we're learning with the people who are teaching us or the people who are learning around us, and whatever the case may be, it allows us to practice and learn from mistakes. It allows us to learn from other people and their mistakes. It allows us to expand and grow muscle, right? Grow our muscle through that practice, through that experience, as opposed to just holding it in a container where it can shrivel up and eventually die, right? It can be forgotten. It can be missed. Whether it's your clairs, your intuition, or whatever, there's a point to what I'm saying. Your purpose, your soul's purpose, your life purpose, what you're here to do is really important. And the more you show up and practice showing up, fulfilling that, and evolving with it, evolving with your mission, your calling, the greater you are at fulfilling it, the greater you are at fulfilling it with your God-given talents, skills, and abilities that are buried within you where only you can find them, right? But you have to show up and do the work. You have to show up and practice. You have to show up and be okay showing up, not being great. You have to show up being okay seen as someone who's new, someone who's going to make mistakes, someone who's human, because all of those things inspire and empower other people to do something similar. And each person on this planet is a puzzle piece that we need to do their thing so that this world can be a better place for everyone, because we're all intertwined and we're all interconnected in some way, and it's so beautiful. And outside of the structure that man has built, like the cubicle, the 9 to 5, right? People are here with creativity and talents and things that sometimes they don't get to explore because of the limitations that we have put on in society, right? But when we start living in our purpose, we create doorways and opportunities for other people to be inspired to do things that maybe they wouldn't normally do had they not seen you living in your purpose and in your light. And then they can go do something similar and live in their light and raise the whole energy for the world around them, for their community, for their collective, for the whole world eventually, right? So it all starts with us as individuals. It all starts with us on an individual level, on the inside, and then working our way out. Community is such a beautiful thing. Support, connection, practice, all of those things are so important. But so is taking time to yourself to trust your intuition, to practice trusting your intuition and giving yourself credit and acknowledging which of your gifts, which of your talents, which of your skills and your abilities are being received and how they're being received. Have your best friends or your clients or people share with you what it is that they perceive of you, right? Sometimes if you already have a business, client reviews are really good for this, or if you have a community and a collective, surveys are really good for this at telling you how they receive you, how they receive your gift, what they see in you. If you ask questions that are clear, to the point, and give them space to share what it is that you're looking for, they can share to you things that you didn't even know about yourself and about how you're showing up in your gift, so that you can refine it and fine tune it and see if there's a common thread, like a common theme for the types of people who are coming to you, the types of problems that are coming to you, the types of problems that you solve, or the types of problems that you empower people to solve with your gifts, with your voice, with whatever it is that you're showing up to gift us with in this world. And when you do so, not only are you healing yourself, your family line, your generational line, backwards and forwards, but it ripples outwards. So what you do matters. You matter. And I just want to remind you guys of that. I know that a lot of times it's easy to get disconnected in this world that's so plugged into everything all the time. But you do matter, and the work that you're doing matters. So don't give up. Keep going. I'm sending you a lot of love, as always, and I'll talk to you soon.